More than 1 billion Catholics, as I mentioned, around the world mourning the loss of Pope Francis. Vice President J.D. Vance meeting with the Pope on Easter Sunday, so just a day ago. Kellie Meyer joining us now from the White House. Kellie, we've heard from the White House this morning, just a moment ago, hearing from President Trump saying that Pope Francis loved the world. I know you're gathering more reaction as well.
Yeah, hey there, Marni. We actually just heard from President Trump once again as he was coming over here to join in on the Easter egg roll tradition. He spoke to the cameras and generally repeated the same thing, that he was a good man, he worked hard, and as you mentioned, loved the world. He said that from the Blue Room balcony behind me just a few moments ago, pretty much beginning his remarks with talking about the passing of Pope Francis, and then again talking with some reporters over here. I believe we have that soundbite to toss to right here, and then we'll come back and talk on the other side.
No travel plans at this time. Doesn't mean it's not happening. I just don't have anything to share. But the president, of course, is aware of the passing of the Pope and did put out a statement this morning. And we're praying for the millions of Christians around the world who loved the Pope and admired him this morning.
And that was White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who is also here at the Easter egg roll, talking about whether or not President Trump would be traveling to Rome to honor the life and legacy of Pope Francis. But again, on the balcony just moments ago, talking about the Pope, the two met back in 2017 and had a pleasant visit, though the two haven't always seen eye to eye on issues like the border and climate change. And we also know that his vice president just visited with the Pope in the last 24 hours, likely one of the last people to really hold an audience with the Pope before he passed on Easter Monday. Vice President Vance saying that he was glad to see him, able to meet with him and in good health, it seemed, and that he prayed for him every day. Vance himself just being baptized in 2019, so relatively new to the faith. He was given a Vatican tie as well as rosaries, and he was given 3 chocolate eggs by the Pope to give to his 3 children. So a memorable, incredible moment for Vance to experience there at the Vatican. And we also know former presidents Biden and Obama also weighing in on the passing of Pope Francis. We're hearing reaction from current President Trump as well as former presidents to this news. And finally, I'll say, Marni, we did hear from the president there that he signed an executive order ordering all flags across the country on federal buildings to be flown at half staff in honor of Pope Francis and his life, Marni.
Right, a pope known as a faithful shepherd and advisor to a number of presidents during his papacy. Kellie Meyer from the White House, thank you as the annual Easter egg roll tradition gets underway. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.